The grey man does whatever a grey man can. Can he make a comic feed? Yes, he can. He just did. Watch now, a video from Grey Man. A video from Grey Man.
Grey Maniacs gather! Hi! I'm going to go through some more comics in box S, plus some packages that I've got in. I'm not going to buy any more comics apart from the stuff that I need for my Phantom Stranger, Atom and Hawkman runs. Well, that hasn't gone to plan, has it? Not gone to plan at all. I've been bloody exceedingly buying comics when I shouldn't be, and the money that I make from selling comics I'm spending on bloody comics when I'm supposed to be saving it for stuff, and I don't know. Let's just we won't worry about it. We won't worry about it. Right, what we're going to do instead is open up the comics and see what I've got. Yeah, that'd be a good way to do things. So first up, Vampirella Classics number 2. Now, I literally sold all my Vampirella. Well, not all of them, not literally, because I didn't sold all of them, but most of my Vampirella. I went through I had some Vampirellas that were given to me ages ago, and because they're not full runs, I have no intention of keeping them. And it's like, I'm going to the stage of the comics. If I don't intend to try and get the full run, or then and I haven't really been bothered to read them, there's no point in keeping them. So I put all my Lady Death and Vampirellas in a pile to get rid of, and but I kept some. I'll show you what I kept. So Lady Death has kept this because it's a complete storybook. I got Vampirella and Shadowhawk. Of course, I've got my Vampirella number 1, the very, very first Vampirella, because she's my birthday sister. Cover date is September 1969, same as my birthday month. I get this one because it's a complete story. Vampirella and Wetworks. Right, and I happen to have these 3 copies of this Vampirella Classic. So 3 awesome, beautiful covers, 3, 4. and 5. It's only a 5-part series, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and get the other 1 and 2. There we go. So I managed to get number 2, Vampirella Classics number 2. I'm assuming it's reprints of the early stories. I think Vampirella Classics 1 is a reprint of the original cover, but so I want to try and get out of that as well. But unfortunately, it wasn't going cheap at all. It was quite expensive, which is annoying. But such is life. Right. I think these are from one of my Facebook sellers, this lot. I'll find out when I get to open them, huh? You're going to have to put up with me opening things slowly because I've not got them pre-opened, so you just have to deal with it. Also, I can't remember where I got to in this box of comics I'm going through, box S. I know I'm on the JLA, but I can't remember where I got to going through the JLA. So I've just pulled out some comics. I can't remember if I showed them or not. But there may be some repetition. I don't think I've accidentally skipped any though, so there's that. I don't think I've accidentally skipped any, but you may be seeing some that you've already seen. But it don't matter. It don't matter. It's always good to be reminded. Be reminded what you missed. Right, what have I got? What have I got? Spending far too much money. Because I've made money selling comics. I could buy a couple more comics. I'll buy a couple. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. I've got loads more on the way. Some of them are going to sell though, but I think I paid too much for what I bought. It's like, whatever. We won't worry about it. We're just going to look through the comic books and go, ooh, that's a nice comic book, and that kind of thing, which is what comic books are for. Yeah, to look through and go, ooh, that's a nice one, and ooh, that is a nice one. I'll keep that one aside because I'm going to show that in my Phantom Atom Hawk update. Right, nice world's finest. Superman, you've lost your powers. I guarantee if you begin a new crime-fighting career in that costume, you'll be clobbered. You're jealous, Batman, because you know that I can make it as an ordinary man, the way you and Green Arrow did. Featuring Superman, the has-been hero. Oh yeah. Very low-grade Superman annual, but I don't mind a grade like this. I can read the stories. It's got my pal, everyone's pal Jimmy Olsen in it as well. It's got one of those covers, just so much going on. I love these sort of covers. They're all broken up like that in boxes. Even got a cool back cover as well, featuring some of the books that are out that month, I'm guessing. Great stuff. Right. Got a nice Superboy. He's blocked my X-ray vision with these lead goggles. I must guess. Superboy, is it red or black? Guess right and your parents live. Guess wrong, they die. It's red. Featuring Superboy's greatest gamble. Oh yeah. Got another Jimmy Olsen. An 80-page giant Jimmy Olsen. 104, featuring Jimmy's weirdest adventures with his pal Superman. The Boy Witch Doctor, the Giant Turtle Olsen, Jimmy's deep freeze hoax, Captive of the Tiny Supermen, and the Elastic Baseball Star. And on the back, it's quite a messy back, but people who watch Cover Slingers may remember this. Brap, 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 brap. We did a back covers week, and that was one of the covers that was on the back covers week that we showed. Well, this one I bought obviously because it's a tie-in to it's a blinking Cthulhu H.P. Lovecraft related comic of some sort. It's Miskatonic #1 from Aftershock. No idea what it's about or how many parts it is, but I've got it now, and maybe I'll buy some more if I see them. Right, one for my DC Comics Presents run. I might have a couple for my DC Comics Presents run actually. Superman and Captain Comet. Superman, Firestorm and Captain Atom. I actually saw this one, people talking about this the other day. This is the first appearance, I think, in DC of Captain Atom, I believe, before his own run started. I think it even precedes Crisis on Infinite Earths, I think I remember hearing that, 86 this was. Right, this one is obviously for my nephew, because I've already got this. Oh, both of these are for my nephew, because I've already got these. I always forget about the annuals. I'm trying to get him a run of Captain Atom, and I've got him annual #1 and #2. It's actually his birthday a couple of days ago. And I'm kind of trying to get this Captain Atom run together for him. I hope he enjoys it when I do get it all sorted for him. It works out quite expensive. When you add them all up, it does work out quite expensive. But yeah, a few nice comics there. Nice one for my Captain Atom run, which I'll show you in a future video. This one was cheap because it's, I can't remember if it was the cover that's off or it's actually a very nice condition, but the cover is loose. Well, it's an acceptable condition. Yeah, the cover is not attached at all. But it cost me £2, so I do not care. That's a lot cheaper than it could have been. I mean, I highly doubt that I'll ever upgrade. People say, oh, it's a reader copy, whatever, and you can upgrade later. Oh, no, I don't want to upgrade later. I've read the story. I've got the cover art. You know, it doesn't have to be attached to the comic. As long as it's there. As long as it's there for me to look at when I want to. Yeah. Right, let's get this one out. I'm not even sure this one's from. This might be some more. I did an order from a comic shop called Comicana. They're not bad. Some of their stuff's a bit expensive, and I just think their postage is a bit of a piss take, to be honest. It's like £2 for the first comic or so, and then they had 50p for every single comic afterwards. And that doesn't half add up quickly. You know what I mean? It puts me off buying a big stack because the 50p per extra comic. It's like, no way. Especially when you can send up to like 25 comics for like £4. But with their system, it's going to be like £13 or something. I can't bother to do the sums. That was a rough guesstimate in my head. A very rough guesstimate. What is this? There's quite a lot of comics in here. I don't know who it's from though. I don't know what I've ordered. It's a very old stack. Oh, they came quick. They came very quick. Right, this one was quite weird, really. I kept sort of saying I was going to collect a run of this at some point. I've kind of got some of them, but I was never in any particular hurry for them. I saw someone selling these for £1 each, and I thought, oh, I'll get them. I kind of felt sorry for him because he's not going to have much luck selling them because they don't go very well. He was selling them and Orion. And I happen to know that Orion are a pain in the arse to sell because no one wants to buy them. So I thought I'll buy these off him that I kind of want for my run. I've heard people say good things about this one as well, so once I've got them all, I'll give them a read. But this will certainly help me nearly complete the run. And they're not in bad nick either. But it's not exactly people are clamouring for. It's Arak, Son of Thunder. About 20 odd issues I've got here. They came really quick. I swear I only ordered them on Saturday. Maybe it was Friday. I thought it was Saturday though. They came really quick. And they're all in very good condition actually as well. 3, 5. Oh, these are definitely worth £1 each. They're in splendid condition actually. Considering they're not bagged and boarded. Most of the rest of the run that I've got are like from the 50p bin, you know. But they're like, they've got scuffs and whatever, and you know, these look pristine almost. These look to be almost unread, or maybe read once and then put in the blinking drawer. Yeah, Arak Son of Thunder. It's like a Conan-like kind of story, except he's like Native American born, I believe. But I think he gets whizzed to a blinking fantasy world or something, I'm not too sure. Seems to be a mixture of mythologies versus the ferryman of hell. That's definitely a mixture of mythologies. There's a bit of Greek mythology going on there, isn't there? The Demons from the Dark, a macabre masterwork by Roy Thomas and Alfredo Alcala. Yeah, good creators. And also there's a backup story, Valda, the Iron Maiden, in her own series. So yeah, sweet, nice. Who doesn't like a character called the Iron Maiden, huh? Iron Maiden's gonna get ya. Alright, and then we've got some more Arak there. Number 14. That woven figure, it is myself, trapped for all time in a tapestry of doom. And we, savage, are the weavers of fate. There you go. Weavers of fate, that's from Norse mythology, isn't it? I'm sure it's from Norse mythology. Is it not the Norn sisters who are the weavers of fate, I think? Bit of a crease on the back cover there, that's rather annoying. That must have been done. I bet that was done when he put it when he wrapped it up. Because other than that, it was all in pristine condition. Alright, number 15. Featuring Valda, the Iron Maiden of Fire and the Fiend. Extra, free 16-page comic preview, Masters of the Universe. That was every month. Every comic that month had the preview in it. Mere Beast of Byzantium. In this issue, Valda returns, it proclaims at the top. Byzantium is a real ancient city, isn't it? Byzantium? Is it Middle East, maybe? Death in Byzantium. In battle joined with Harkon of Ultima Fall. That's from Ultima Fall. That means Ultimate North, doesn't it? Ultima Fall. But I'm sure it's also... Is that not from Conan? Not too sure. None so blind. And here we have a satyr. A Pan figure there, the goat legs. Stalkers of the Sandy Sea. Co-starring Valda, the Iron Maiden. Sword against the Sorceress. Sword, Sorcery and Savagery by Roy Thomas, Adrian Gonzalez and Alfredo Alcala. Fight for life. In the belly of Baphomet. And the last one, number 24, Arak Son of Thunder. Novel length, 2nd anniversary spectacular. It looks like the satyr has become an accomplice or a psychic of some sort, which is on this cover as well. So there you go, that's what I got. Yeah, some comics. More on the way, nothing spectacular. Some of them for me to sell. I bought, I think, 80 comics of someone. They're about £1 each, works out too. And I don't know if, I mean, I might be able to sell them all and get my money back and keep the ones that I want. There's a couple of DC Bronze Age horrors in there that I'll be keeping for myself. Some unexpected, that kind of thing. Yeah. But now, I can't remember where I got to with this JLA run that I was going through. I thought I could look at the covers and I'd know what it was, but I'm pretty sure I did the first batch. It might have been the first two, but so this one might be repeated, I'm not too sure. But Keys to the Kingdom. First, is that guy called the Key or is he called the Lock? I can't remember. He's either called the Lock or he's called the Key. It's like an early foe of the Justice League. Actually, I think I did show these. Yeah, I showed these ones. You know how I remember I showed these ones? Because I went, I'm Martian Manhunter. I'm John Jones. Which I'm not. I'm not John Jones. I'm Graham. It's me. It's me, the Grey Man. I'm not John Jones at all. Actually, you must give a shout out to. Oh man, I've forgotten the channel now. But you did a shout out to my channel the other day. Nick's Kicks and Comics. Is it Nick's Kicks and Comics? There's a few Nicks around. I think it's Nick and Knockin' Nickies and Comics. Something like that. Nicholas and Comics, because he's got no knickers on. No, it's not that. Yeah, I'll put a link down below. But you probably sub to him anyway. But I'll try and remember to put a link. I'll probably forget. So in which case, if I forget and you're not sub to him, say, hey Gray, give us the link so we can sub up Nick. Anyway. Ooh, the men are all melting, and Wonder Woman's looking a bit. Oh dear, this is not good. Out of luck. Mystery in Space. Bonus special JLA Elseworlds preview. I got a feeling this might be homage. They might have been in prison before with the JLA on the planet Round. The greatest heroes of our time. Even though I'm just remembering that comic. But you know, I got a feeling they were imprisoned before. Perchance to Dream. Is that Morpheus? Of the Dream, I'm not too sure. Oh, look, Starro. Either Starro or Mogo. I think it's Starro, but it hasn't got the normal colouring for Starro. But then I don't think Mogo's got a star shape on him. He's got a Green Lantern shape on him, hasn't he? Anyway. Oh, and JLA 1 million. Bit of a jump there. Bit of a jump. I haven't got all the ones going up to 1 million, unfortunately. In case you don't know, it was a special event. They did 1 million. It was a special event. Oh, that's not peeled off very well, is it? I'm trying to peel the tape off and I've split the sellotape instead. Oh well, never mind. Number 24. Executive Action. Looks like fighting chemo. Chemo. Ooh, they're fighting the Shaggy Man. The Shaggy Man has a shave. I prefer Shaggy Man when he was a little shaggy looking, but he has a shave. General Eiling's brain goes into the Shaggy Man, and yeah, so he has a bit more intelligence, as much savagery and strength as he had always, but not as much hair because he decides to have a shave. I've just beaten the world's greatest superheroes. How are you going to stop me? It's a Mazo. Crisis times 5, 1 of 4. Looks like there's been some demon possession going on here. Oh dear. And Crisis times 5, 2 of 4. JLA guest star in the Justice Society of America. Looks like the big red cheese and big blue Superman are going off against each other. That's a clash of the Titans, if ever there's been one. Crisis times 5, 3 of 4. Joachim Thunder, I think his name is. It's like descendant of Johnny. No, not a descendant of Johnny Thunder, but I don't think he's a descendant anyway. Maybe he's got the same. I don't think Thunder is his real surname. But then again, was the original Johnny Thunder? Was that really his surname? Just that he has the genie in the pen, doesn't he? And I think he's got a different phrase to say. I think "CU" was the phrase that Johnny Thunder used, and he said something like, I don't remember. It's very similar, but slightly different phrase to call his genie from the pen. JLA versus Bruce Wayne. Looking for this Green Lantern? You jailbreak. Hal Jordan, Spectre of Vengeance. So this is Day of Judgment. At that point, I think he'd lost the host, the human host, Jim Corrigan. Somehow he'd gone to his reward, and Eclipso had managed to sway Spectre. Yeah, because Spectre never had a human host to like keep him in check, and so Eclipso had been in his ear, and he was basically going mad and doing things he shouldn't have been doing, and and then Hal Jordan takes over, as the host for him, but as a spirit of retribution in the end rather than a spirit of vengeance, because he was like, I was able to get not retribution, I said retribution, didn't I? Oh, sorry, what's the word? Redemption, spirit of redemption, because Hal got redemption after becoming Parallax. You know, they were to redeem himself by saving the universe, saving our galaxy by solar system, by reigniting the sun, which finished him off basically. But then they decided that he'd been more a hero in his life than he'd been a villain, and so he was given the chance of redemption by coming back as the Spectre. But Eclipso and Spectre were both, I think it was decided in the Spectre run of the 90s that Eclipso was an earlier version of the Spectre. Like he was the spirit of like God's vengeance, but more the Old Testament God's vengeance. He was the one who went around and took the firstborn and created the plagues and that kind of thing. I think that was him. It could have been Wotan though, actually. I could be mistaking it out. It might have been a completely different character. But I had a feeling it was... it's a long while since I've read that 90s Spectre run, but it's a bloody good run. Always worth another read. Always worth another read. The world's mightiest heroes have all been shrunk down to little tiny size. Tiny size. A Dangerous New Direction, Tower of Babel. That's biblical. Yeah, because in the biblical tale of the Tower of Babel, bearing in mind it's all mythology and there's no history involved in it. Controversial maybe, but people wanted to make a tower to go up to the heavens, basically to see the heavens. So they was building a tower that would allow them to get to the heavens, and God wasn't happy with it, so he made it so they could no longer understand each other's languages. Basically, it's the story of how humans have different language. So basically, he confused everybody's language, and this is what happens in this story. Everyone's language gets confused, and they're no longer able to communicate with each other for some reason, which is why they all stay talking gibberish in this one, and no one can understand what each other is saying. I don't think it was God that did it. Not in this story anyway. Once upon a time, a lovely princess and her brave knight set out on a dangerous journey. Okay, the Queen of Fables, 2 of 3. She's doing a Snow White bit there. I volunteer to give her a kiss if that's what it takes to get her to come back alive again. It may not do, but it's worth a try, eh? Right, the Queen of Fables, 3 of 3. Uh, 48 page of number 50. 7 share between 1 equals cataclysm. Dual identities. Reflections of the past. Right. For some reason, right in the middle, there's two that just happen to be in a bag and board. All the rest are all stuck together. These are in a bag, their own bag and board. Yeah, there's not enough room for me to put bags and boards in this box. I won't better get them back in again if I bagged and boarded them all. This was a run that I thought I collected it all as it went on, but somehow I managed to miss some. I think I might have had a little stint of like not collecting for a bit or something. I can't remember, but I know I had quite a lot, had a few of these missing, so I did end up buying them all again recently. A couple of years ago, made sure I picked up all the gaps that I had in this run. Terra Incognita, the Vanquished, is that? I think this is they discover White Martians. The White Martians are on Earth. They've been on Earth for a long while. Basically, they want the planet for themselves. The Chilling Joke. Looks like Dr. Polaris there. So I'm not sure how he's using his magnetism to freeze them all. I guess there must be some way of doing it with magnetism. 'Twas the Fight Before Christmas. I'm guessing it's a silly story because it's got Plastic Man in it. So I'm guessing it's a daft story. Plastic Man seems to be the main featured character, so it's probably a bit of a silly one. Bit of a fun one. JLA 61. Bonus inside an exclusive preview of the Power Company. Got all the heavy hitters. Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, Flash, and Plastic Man. Posing in a very silly way. Yeah. The others are all in the air. I don't know why, because Batman can't fly, Flash can't fly, but he can probably jump maybe. But because, I don't know, maybe because Plastic Man can't fly, he's just stretching his neck up so he can get into the picture. Yeah. A little on the silly side. I think they decided that Plastic Man was a lot more powerful in this run than he'd been portrayed before, because they didn't really think about his powers. Like, his powers, you know, he can take any shape kind of thing, and he's like able to stretch himself. I think it might be in the Tower of Babel story or one of the other ones. He ends up getting stuck in the past, and he literally has to stay in. I don't know how it happened without him going mad, but he had to stay in one place for millennia until they could reform him again or something like that. It was like, what the hell? And I think his brain had been active all that time or something. I'm surprised he didn't go mad. I don't know, maybe remembering wrong, of course. That's always an option when it comes to me. Golden Perfect. Golden Perfect Part 3 of 3. The Dark Nut strikes again. There's Batman or a Plastic Man grotesque. Apparently the correct word is grotesque. Unless it's got water coming out of it, it's not a gargoyle. It's a grotesque. But anyway. Right, A Storm of Crows. We don't call them grotesques. We just call them Bill from Comic Mag Musings. Anyway. And number 67. And that'll do it for this video. I think I've shown you some new comics that I got in, and showed you some of these. I'll be back next time to go through some more of these on Thursday, I believe it will be. Cheers for tuning in. Until next time, have a great, amazing day, and may all your news be good news. Have a great amazing day. I'll have a great amazing day. Have a great amazing day. I hope you have a great amazing day.